And we are live once again, guys. And I mean a Kit Kat right now. But we are here, guys, for the race side of things, for the F1 2016 career mode. Live on YouTube and also Twitch as well. Absolutely excited for this one. Should be a good one. And you guys are in for a treat as well. But we're going to just give it a few minutes, guys, before we kick things off with the race. As I just want to get everyone transitioned across from the qualifying to the race stream. As well, and obviously message the missus as well. So, just want to quickly go over a few things, guys, with you if you've just joined us. That some big news coming out from the channel is I'm watching Ben, and this is more important. Bloody hell, Comedy Gaming. Someone who has over nearly 200,000 subscribers, and you're watching me. Thanks, appreciate it. On there, so obviously we've got the race right now. And then in 2 hours time from now will be episode 4 of the F1 2016 top 5 overtakes. And it should be quite a good one, that one, I have to say. I'm looking forward for you guys to look at it, because it is our first guest commentator of the series as well, which is Goodness Gaming. Obviously one of the most upcoming YouTubers out there in the F1 community. I'm absolutely happy to have him on board for this one, as I do help him out as well. With his career mode stuff, and I should be back with him for the latest round very soon, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that will get sorted out as well. But if you see my head going down, I'm quickly, before we're going to start this episode off, getting the upgrades ready for you guys to vote on throughout the race, as at the end of it we will be using one of these upgrades, our first big major upgrade, and we may do one more before we cease R&D. But we'll wait and see. But that is now available to you guys right now on YouTube. And all you got to do is refresh your stream right now, guys. You'll have the eye in the top right hand corner, and you are happy to vote to your heart's content on that. So, but yeah, absolutely happy that Goodness is on board with the top 5 overtakes. A week later, obviously, but we'll see how we get on with that. So, also as well, I have got a very special announcement that I'm going to be making in a few days' time, maybe even as early as tomorrow night, because I'm not here tomorrow night, guys, so there may not be a career mode episode out, which would be a shame, but I have got 2 videos up for you guys tomorrow. One is a mod showcase, which I'm absolutely excited to show you guys, because it is a fantastic mod, and it isn't even on F1 2016 or 15, 14, 13, whatever you want to call it, but it is probably one of the best mods I've ever seen in quite a while for a car. So you guys are in for a treat with that one. That will be uploaded, I think, either at 4 or 5 PM, and then at 6 potentially could be possibly one of the most ambitious ideas I've ever done for a series. Which we will start off as offline, and then if it's successful by you guys and your support and feedback is good, then I will do it online, and that is the F1, and this will be cut off for YouTube, so everyone watching this right now is going to get a tease, a bit of a spoiler, a tease for the series, and I would love you guys to leave your feedback on this right now in the chat when I announce it. It is the F1 2016 Nations Cup series. Now, basically, there is a mod currently on Race Department which has 11 countries, and they've all got drivers from that representative country, and we're going to do a mini-series representing Team GB and see where we come in. It's all equal car performance as well, which is absolutely fantastic, and it makes it open playing field to anyone to win it. So it's like an A1 GP, if you remember that series very well, on there. And if it goes well, guys, we're going to do maybe 10 races of it to start off with, and see where it goes. And if it is successful, I will be doing an online version of it with you guys, the community. And if we get a certain amount of people, we may make this into a league of some sort. So, absolutely excited about that. So if you are interested, guys, and leave your thoughts and suggestions of this idea in the chat, guys. I will be making a thread in the Steam group, and I hope the mods will post that Steam link in the chat right now. If you want to join the group and are interested in being a part of this, because it will be amazing to do it with you guys. And the whole event, if we do it online, is we're going to have 10 teams, and then myself and a guest commentator will be commentating on the race. So that'll be quite exciting to do for you guys. So We'll see how that goes. But let me know in the comments, guys, what you think to the idea as well. So the mods will post the Steam group chat in both Twitch and YouTube. That would really be appreciated, guys. Thank you so much. Anyway, we're going to kick things off then with this episode. So make sure to like the video, guys. Subscribe if you watch this on YouTube. And obviously the target is 100 likes as always. So that's always great. For Twitch, all you got to do is follow. That's all you got to do at this point. As we're going to try and get ourselves partnered over on Twitch, which will give me more access to do more fun stuff with you guys in the future. So that'll be fantastic. Anyway, let's kick things off then with this episode. So sit back, guys. Enjoy this one. It should be quite a good one. Without further ado, it's time for the German Grand Prix. Here we go. Hello everybody and welcome to the F1 2016 live career mode being streamed right now on YouTube and Twitch as we are here for episode 128 of season 4 of our career mode, driving as Littlemore GP, and we head to round 12 of the championship at Hockenheim in Germany. As in the last episode, guys, at Hungary, it really didn't go well for us, I'm not going to lie. We're putting that aside, guys. We're focusing on the future right now, which is today at Germany. And in the last episode, guys, which was qualifying, we secured second place on the grid, which is absolutely fantastic for the team. Another front row on there, and we got Lewis Hamilton as well, with the top 5 all on the soft tyre, including myself. So it should be quite an exciting one for you guys there. Now, today, guys, the vote system is going to be a little bit different. As you know, if we get a target, we will get a upgrade and such. But for this one, I've left you guys in the top right hand corner of your screen, if you watch this on YouTube, a poll to vote for which upgrade we will go for. And Twitch, I will consider whichever one you want as well, from your side of things as well. But you can pick for whichever major upgrade we will get, because most likely we'll get all 5 available to us by the end of the race. So we could leapfrog like Toro Rosso, Force India and even Manor and be the 5th fastest team by near the end of the European season. So I want you guys to think about that, guys. So you've got to the end of the race to make your decision, and the one with the most votes will get that upgrade put on the car. In the standings quickly, Rosberg leads the way by 24 points, but both Red Bulls of Verstappen and Ricciardo are catching them both up. So we could be in for a tasty finale here of Season 4, like we've always done every single season. It's gone down to the wire. So we'd like to see that again. In the Constructors quickly, we're P9, but we are aiming to get to Williams' territory of points by the end of the season, as that is now my fixed target on there. Make sure, guys, to like the video and subscribe if you want more of this career mode, guys. The more likes we get, the more I will do it. And our target today, guys, is 100 likes as always for this career mode live as well. And make sure to subscribe as well for more content as well on the channel, with top 5 overtakes making its appearance once again at 6 PM tonight on the channel. And all the people on Twitch, all you got to do is sit back, enjoy, and slap a follow as well if you want to see more of it being streamed over there. But without further ado, guys, let's head to the track then for the German Grand Prix. Should be an exciting one, will be interesting, but hopefully I can bring home the bacon, guys, and get at least a podium finish here around there. We're going to talk about strategy in a minute, so we'll hear from Crofty and Davidson as always, and then we'll go through the strategy and then the setup as well. But anyway, here we go. German Grand Prix is live, boys. Here's Crofty.
Good afternoon and welcome to a place that is very special to us all in the Formula One community. It's the Hockenheim Ring, home of the German Grand Prix. Always good for a close scrap is Hockenheim. Think back to Alonso, Ricciardo, Vettel as recently as 2014, and I'm expecting some more strong racing today. We're racing in the Rhine Valley this weekend at the home of many of the sport's finest competitors. The 2.8-mile Hockenheim Ring requires precision through the technical stadium section and great raw speed down the long, flat-out curve towards the popular overtaking zone of the Turn 6 hairpin. Watch out for a lot of wheel-to-wheel action there today. A tough race in store then for our drivers today, so tell me, Anthony Davidson, what will you be looking out for as the cars make their way down into Turn 1?
Well, first of all, let's hope that everyone's well behaved and we can have a nice incident-free start. That initial release is going to be the most interesting thing, and the clean side of the grid will be better rubbered in, so keep an eye out for cars over there potentially making their way through.
Okay, you're doing well well so far. Let's keep performing like this for the rest of the season.
With that then, let's run through the grid order. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and a Sauber alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Rosberg, Valtteri Bottas and Verstappen, Massa, Vettel, Sainz and Sergio Perez, Hülkenberg, Grosjean, Pascal Wehrlein and Button, Alonso, Ericsson, Rio Haryanto and Kimi Raikkonen, Gutierrez and Kvyat, Kevin Magnussen and Jolyon Palmer rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So here we go, guys. We are on the grid now for the German Grand Prix. And as I mentioned in the start of the episode, the top 5 are all on the soft tyre and the rest of the grid in the top 10 are on the super soft. So it should be quite an interesting start, this one, on there. And as you can see, we are going for, apparently, according to the game, a 2-stop strategy of the soft, 2 softs and then a medium tyre. But I want to clarify what the soft is the mandatory tyre, which is absolutely good for me as well. We have got 2 fresh sets of super softs as well to play with, so hopefully we can play with that tyre in this race. With the safety cars, that could happen. We'll wait and see. It's a dry race, which is absolutely fantastic. We will stick with this high tyre strategy for now, but we can maybe change things up as we go along. But the setup, guys, is on your screen right now if you want to use it for your own career modes, league racing, multiplayer racing, whatever you want to do with it. It is up to you guys, and I'll get a pen and paper ready. And if you do miss it, guys, if you watch this on YouTube, I will maybe try and get time stamps in the comments, guys, so you guys can check the setup out if you miss any of it there. But it's worked for me. It's the same one as Season 3, but I've added a bit of rear wing to the car to help us through this particular track. Our target today, guys, as I've mentioned, is 100 likes. So if we could smash that, that would be absolutely fantastic. And we'll see how we get on with this one. But we're going to now head onto the grid. There is no formation up in this series, so we're jumping straight into the action here as the lights are on. It is now the German Grand Prix. Can we get something out of this race? The lights are out and away we go here, and it's a reasonable start from us there. A little bit of wheel spin, but it's all good. We'll have to back out as Hamilton has the racing line into turn 1. There is yellow flags out already, so that's not a good start. Everyone's just getting backlogged and into some traffic. We run a little bit wide. Ricciardo there nearly made contact with us there. The blinking arrow doesn't really help us there with the proximity. It's basically ruined his chances of a pass, and I think he's going to be overtaken here by Bottas, and he has done. So Ricciardo's down to P3. We're still P2, as we're just going to take it nice and easy to start off with. Try and get these tyres as long as we can, so we can try and do potentially 2 stops here if we can, which is the possible one, but maybe on the super soft. We have got 2 sets available to us in this race, as I mentioned in the qualifying stream. So in case the safety car comes out, we can maybe switch onto that tyre come end of the race. But we'll wait and see what happens. But I feel it could be the best tyres to be on in these conditions, but we'll wait and see. But out in front, Hamilton is just gone. He's going completely away from us. As we mentioned, our race pace isn't good compared to our quali pace, but we're still going to give it our best shot here. But a podium would be fantastic for the team. We still haven't won a race yet, but I'm really not expecting us to win a race until maybe we get a massive upgrade put on the car, which could happen in this one. You don't know, depending on which one you guys pick. And I've looked at the votes quickly before we started this race, and Engine is currently winning by quite some margin with like 70% of the vote. So if you want your favourite to win, top right hand corner, guys, pick your one, and whichever gets the most votes by the end of the race, when we cross the line, will be picked at the end of the episode. So make sure your one is voted for as well. Next race, by the way, is Spa, which we haven't had really good history around, considering it's one of the most famous tracks on the calendar last season with the incidents we had around there. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we do a little bit better than that, as Hamilton's pulling away from us quite quickly. It's 2 seconds, but we're 2 seconds ahead of Rosberg now. So now we're in a Mercedes sandwich right now, which isn't ideal, but this could help Hamilton in the championship if I help up my fellow Brit here, and he can close the gap down to Nico going into Spa, with the gap being 21 points, I think it was, as Hamilton sets a new fastest lap.
Okay, entering
We're only 3 tenths or so off Hamilton at the minute, which isn't too bad for me in terms of pace. Rosberg's broken away now from the train behind. So I'm not really entirely bothered about Hamilton at this point. Strategy's going to probably play the massive factor here. So let's have a look at the tyres at the minute. 22%. It's not too bad at the minute, but still a long way to go in this one. When are we scheduled to pit, actually? So, lap 12. Okay, that's interesting.
Hamilton's out in front.
Yes, I know, Jeff, that he's winning the race. Not really bothered about it. So we're going to stay in standard. We're not going to go up to Rich now. Just so we can save a little bit of tyre wear as we go along in this race. And maybe try and do maybe a shorter stint on the mediums, which would be quite ideal for us, because obviously I'm not a particular fan of the mediums around here.
We shouldn't see any rain, but if a storm
Obviously the mandatory tyre is the soft tyre, so we are running that right now, so we don't have to worry about it now, of course. But Hamilton's still got that 2.2 second lead. Well, it's now 2.3.
2.3 seconds.
So we're maintaining the gap here to Hamilton, which isn't too bad for us, and we're also maintaining the gap behind as well to Nico Rosberg, and we're pulling away actually from the pack behind him. So a podium is definitely on the cards, guys, potentially. As we'll continue on here. Go into the hairpin now. A little bit eager in first gear, so that's going to cost us a little bit of time. Hopefully not too much to Hamilton. 2.6 is the gap, by the way. Obviously, safety cars could come out. We did do one last season, which was a tactical decision to win the race here. If I remember very well, it was a good strategy call by us to win that one. The safety car coming out at the right possible time. I think it was the virtual safety car actually that came out, that helped us win that race. Oh no, we didn't. We came second. We came close to winning it. I was thinking of season 2 actually. My bad. But season 3 was quite good around here last season. Might even switch to the mediums actually beforehand. Wait and see what Jeff has in store for us. As we're now purple in the first sector now. So we are on the charge a little bit. And behind we're putting away from Rosberg, which is definitely good now that he was matching us at the start of the race, but now 5 laps in, he's going backwards, so that's definitely what we want. Just check on tyres quickly. Mid-30s on the left-hand side of the car. Right-hand side's completely fine. 24%, 29%. It's not too bad. Not really pushing as hard on the right-hand side. It's not too bad. 3.7 behind, and I think Hamilton's gap is 3.1. So at least we're maintaining one gap, but the gap in front of us is extending even more. So we'll come on to start lap 6 then of this race. It's a little bit of oversteer, but nothing too serious. We get a new fastest lap, an 18.1, which isn't too bad for us, if I'm honest, but we've got that full-on tank of fuel in the car, which will make the cars obviously slower from what we did earlier in the race, which was obviously like 1:15s, I think, in qualifying. So, what do you think about that? 3.1 is the gap. We'll use Rich Mix down the back straight, and obviously bring it back to standard once we brake for the hairpin, which is coming right now. Try and reduce wheel spin if we can. We've done absolutely perfectly there, and we are on our merry ways. Then we'll use Rich again, just down this little straight section as we go up to the Mercedes grandstand. And a little bit wide, so there is signs of tyre wear now emerging. Not that much tyre wear, but we're maintaining the gap to Hamilton now. 3.6 it still is. Gonna short shift this again. A little bit wide at the last corner. Hamilton still continues on as he goes on to lap 7. 3.6 is the gap. We're now down to 3.4. So we've gained a little bit of time on Hamilton. 2 attempts in the last sector. No one behind has pitted yet. Speaking of which, Marcus Ericsson actually is in the pits, so 6 laps seems to be the optimal range for the super softs, it seems. We've got to think about that if we're going to switch onto those super soft tyres. That's Max Verstappen now the fastest man on the track, so I think he's pitted. So that could be interesting actually, if we could do 2 laps, 2 stints on the super softs, 2 fresh tyres, remember, for 7 laps. We could maybe get these tyres actually to the end of the race potentially. This could work actually if we do what someone mentioned in the chat of doing 2 softs and 2 super soft stints. Switch to a free stop and absolutely go for it. We're guaranteed at least a podium if it stays like this, because the gap behind from Rosberg is big enough for us to not lose that much time in the pit stop phase unless we have a broken front wing, for example. So none of that just yet. Gap's 4 seconds now. Now down to 3.9. A little bit wide out of turn 1. We're going to pump it up to Rich now, as we're going to absolutely fly now, hopefully. A little bit of a lock up there. We make the corner anyway. So, particularly doing well actually, I have to say. I'm doing a particularly good job here for the team. So we may switch this up a bit with strategy. I think we may as well have to try something different here. If we've got any chance of winning this race, we've got to take the gamble, I feel. So I think this could work. It may not work for us. But as long as we keep these tyres in check by at least lap 10, we could be onto something here. And we play our cards right. We run a little bit wide though, out of that corner. I think Rosberg's in the pits actually, so only 8 laps. Wow, okay, that's interesting. Is Hamilton pitting this lap? He is indeed pitting, so Hamilton's in. We're going to start for another lap. So we're now into the lead of the race, guys, for the first time. So Pascal Wehrlein, I think, will move up to P2 after the safety car comes out now. That's just perfect for us. A free pit stop or a virtual safety car as well would be nice. Massive oversteer moment though. So Verstappen again, fastest of all. Hulkenberg on the medium tyre. So we'll see how this goes on. So that's a surprise. I don't think we could do 2 stops, you know. If the AI are pitting this early off these tyres, then there's no way we'll get to the end of the race on 2 stops comfortably. So I think 3 stops may be the best shout here. Still going to carry on though. Go for another lap. Back end slides out a little bit. We're not really fighting at least Hamilton in this race, but Rosberg potentially is one of them. We're going to stay out till maybe lap 10. 10 laps is probably the ideal situation for us. The tyres aren't that bad really. 60% is not that bad around here. So what were you actually on? We're on rich mix. So not that bad. We're going to go in lean actually in the middle sector, just to help with the rear degradation. So we've got what, a 10.5 second gap to 3rd place, which is Hulkenberg in all of this. I think Wehrlein's in the pits, so he could be staying out. I'm not really sure. Remember, if we can go 10 laps on these used soft tyres, we're going to maybe do 12 laps on softs. On a fresh set of softs, and that train is looking very tasty for us and can hold up the pack a little bit. So I think the free stop is where we're going to go with this. I think it's an ideal strategy call. I think it will work. Just helps us really with the battle with Hamilton and co. And we've got 2 fresh sets available, so we may as well use them. And we're going to try something different here. We may as well. We've got nothing to lose. We're not fighting for the championship, so we're going to box this lap onto super softs and see if this works. We'll see if this strategy call works, but I'm hoping it is. So it's not too long, really. Hamilton's gone through, though, and he's been held up actually by Hulkenberg, so this could work in our favour.
2 stops remaining in the strategy.
So where's Button? Oh god, Jensen Button's gone ahead of us. But we're ahead of that train, which is definitely what we want. Definitely what we want there. So we've come out really in 3rd place, so we've not really lost any positions, if you think about it, once everyone makes their pit stops. So we'll get past Jensen Button now, round the outside. So up to P3 again. As long as we don't really burn these super softs quickly. Jensen Button's just tapped us there, lads. Jensen Button's just tapped us there slightly, but we got away with it a little bit. Thanks, Jensen. Thank you very much, mate. That would have worked absolutely brilliantly there if it wasn't for Jensen. Oh well. At least we haven't crashed yet or got any damage. We've got to do all this hard work now. It begins now.
The car ahead of you has knocked their front wing. Minor front wing damage.
Raikkonen's got damage on his front wing, it seems. As we've got a few people in the pit, so that's quite encouraging signs actually. 11 laps. So maybe the AI can go 11 laps on soft tyres. Like 11, 12 laps, it seems. So this could work actually.
The gap behind us is 4.1.
So really we're fighting Rosberg now in this race.
Our gap to the car in front is 1.5 seconds.
So let's fight now with Nico Rosberg. I think we've got to rule out Hamilton definitely now of a chance of this win. So we've got to go for a podium position, I think. It'll still be a fantastic result for the team and it will help us in the constructors. As long as the tyre wear isn't that bad, we can really push these tyres out a little bit here. Just means we can avoid the mediums in this race, which are really bad round here for pace. They will they'll last quite a long time, but they're just bad on race pace. So we're going to push right now, pushing it to the limits right now. We have got those fresh sets, and we smashed the fastest lap comfortably with a 1:17.9. As we will try and get Rosberg here, if we can. Just short shifting there. Ericsson's in the pits again. So 1.1 seconds is the gap right now to myself and him. So we go into the hairpin then. Short shift up to second to reduce the traction. A little bit there. Doesn't really help there. Go up to standard now, or go down to standard. So a safety car really can only help us here, if we've got any chance of putting off a victory, but at the minute it's doubtful, but a podium would be nice, I have to say. Pascal Wehrlein's in a very good position right now as well for Manor. Score their first podium of the season. Seems Hamilton still leads this. And I think Hamilton will jump onto a set of the mediums to the end of the race, I think, on his next stop. We still go fastest.
seconds.
And we get DRS actually on Nico Rosberg, so we are now on the charge, lads. Josh just did it again and again. It's just over a second then, but we've still got to push. Let's see where we go with this. Made that absolutely perfect there through the hairpin.
Hamilton's in first place.
And we are actually catching up to Nico Hülkenberg, who I think is starting to struggle now on his mediums. So we could really ruin Rosberg's championship lead here if we get past him here. We're down on fuel, but I'm not really bold about that.
Ahead is 1.0 seconds.
As long as we keep up here with Rosberg, we should be okay. Short shift it up to third, down to third there. So particularly we're doing well than we did in the previous episode, so we're setting some very respectable times though. As we get DRS on Rosberg again, get right on the back of him here. I get on the power a little bit earlier than him. Better exit this time. Deploy the DRS for the first time down this bit of the track. And can we get the move done here into the hairpin? Put it up to Rich. Gonna try a late move here into the hairpin. Got to give him some space as well on the exit, but don't want to be too aggressive on Rosberg. But we came close, but we're right on his back now. Gonna go into the Mercedes section there, give him some space side by side with the German, but we get it done. But he's coming back on our inside. Got to give him the ground, and good battle in there between Rosberg and myself. Got to give him that. He's going to run a little bit deep in the stadium section though. So we're going to try and make a move down the inside here. We just about get it done there. Still side by side with Rosberg. And still side by side with him. The arrow is completely blinking. We've just run a little bit wide though. Rosberg will have the inside again and gets us done there. But fair play to Rosberg. Brilliant driving there. Brilliant driving from Nico Rosberg. I give him props for that. Fair play, Rosberg. So we go down the inside on the German and we get the move done. He's coming back at us though, again. And now it's a drag race now between me and Rosberg. Down the straight, he's going to get DRS unfortunately, but still going to battling here for P3 in this one, which will be a net second place. Once Nico Hülkenberg pits, but we get the move done finally on Rosberg and we move up to P3 there, so a brilliant battle that was with Rosberg, fair play to him. And we move up to P3 and we can now set our sights on Nico Hülkenberg, who surely has to be pitting very soon off those mediums. So it shows us they can go quite far in this race. We could maybe switch on to the mediums now if we wanted and go to the end of the race on them, try and do a bit of an undercut on Rosberg. Hamilton is out in front by quite some margin, and I don't think there's any way possible, shape or form, that we're going to win this one with Lewis Hamilton on there. So Hülkenberg pits at the end of lap 16, so we should maybe pit maybe on lap 18 for mediums if we wanted to. So we have to think about that. Go through then. Rosberg's still with us here. Now have to defend from Rosberg. So we've got 12 seconds to catch up on Lewis Hamilton, which I don't think is going to be possible. Here comes Rosberg again. Battle ensues again. Try and go around the outside of Rosberg into the hairpin, try and get a better exit than him, which we do so. It's going to be close. Not giving him much room, but we get through just about and hold on for P2 in this race. Rosberg doing a fantastic job here, battling with myself. I've got to say props to him in this race. Fair play to you, Rosberg. Fair play to you, sir. So we'll have to wait and see what Jeff will give us in terms of a strategy call in a minute. Hamilton's still out there on track. I think maybe Rosberg's going to pit at this lap. I'm not too sure. Nope, he's staying out, so could maybe switch on to the mediums and follow his strategy call, I think. And we've got a set of super softs ready for a safety car in case that comes out, but we're doing a good job here. Massive moment there. So shall we pit, guys, for the mediums as Esteban Gutierrez is out of the race. And here comes Rosberg. Oh, we've got a safety car, lads. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, lads. Safety car is out. So what do we do now? As I was too slow on the Delta and Rosberg has got past me, the little bugger. So I don't know what to do. Mediums or softs? Softs could work. I'm not too sure what to do right now. This is going to be a very tough decision to make right now. Soft tyres or medium tyres is the question. I'm thinking soft tyres, but mediums, Reece says. As there is Gutierrez. Actually, this could work. We pit now. We could lead this race if these guys don't pit. And Rosberg's coming in, unfortunately. Hamilton's really going to lose out massively right now. So we're going to follow Rosberg in the pit. And I don't know what my car's doing, but I'm ghosting at 50 miles an hour down the straight. I don't know what this glitch is here. I don't know what was going on there, but we lost ground to Rosberg. Softs would have worked, but we'll go on the mediums. Get a fresh set of on. Rosberg's on the super soft tyre. That is very strange, I have to say. Hamilton has been disqualified from the race. What? Oh, this race just got bizarre right now. Hamilton got disqualified. He had to have hit the safety car. There's no other way possible for that to happen. You know what? Let's find out, chaps. We're going to find out what happened to Lewis Hamilton quickly. So where was Lewis Hamilton in all of this, I wonder? Let's try and find him on track quickly. I think he's already been disqualified at this point. That's annoying. Oh, that's a shame. Well, Hamilton's out. I don't know what went wrong there with Hamilton. He must have hit the safety car. There's no other possible way unless he done something. So Nico Hülkenberg leads this race. What a surprise this is. Oh, really? I don't know how Hamilton got disqualified then. I do not know. I just checked on the replays and it just didn't exist on the track. So this is going to be interesting. Now, Rosberg surely has to pit again. We're going to go to the end of the race on the mediums. What a surprise this is. What a surprise. Wow. Anyway, we've got to put that aside now. We've got to think about the race. We have a very strong chance of winning this race now. With Hamilton gone, it's going to be really between me, Hülkenberg and Rosberg. Because you've got to count, Rosberg's going to come in again, probably for some super softs. 2 super soft stints, and he's going to be hunting me down like a madman. So this is going to be... We're going to the end of the race on these mediums. I think Hülkenberg's staying out to the end of the race as well. Rosberg, I believe, will pit again for some super softs. Massa behind will do the same thing. We're going to be in here for a classic here. A very classic finale race right now. But we need to not think about Hamilton's disqualification now, chaps. We need to focus now on the race, and we'll do that at the end of we'll find out at the end of the race. But we need to focus now on this win. We have a chance of winning this one, guys. We could potentially get Little More GP its first ever win of the season, thanks to Lewis Hamilton's mishaps. But if you want to vote, guys, by the way, for which upgrade we'll go for at the end of this race. Top right hand corner, guys, on YouTube if you want to vote for your one. At the minute, currently, Engine has got 67% of the vote, and then second place, mere 16% for second place. Downforce as that. Then the rest are in single figures. So I think you guys overwhelmingly want me to get an engine upgrade for this car. So we will be picking that most likely at the end of the race. You've still got 15 laps to decide. Or 14, 15 laps to decide on which one you want. I'm just going to quickly get the comments back up. So let's focus now on this race. We've got a massive task on our hands now. We know Rosberg has to pit again. We know Massa behind's going to pit. We have no idea what Hulkenberg's tyres are on. I think he's got to be on softs. I'm pretty sure he has to pit again. So realistically, we are going to be hunted down. We're going to be like a flipping mouse, and Rosberg's the cat. He's on the softs actually, so Hulkenberg could go to the end of the race as well, you know. We are in for quite a surprise right now. I'm getting too excited right now, but this is going to be one of the most exciting ends to a Grand Prix race. We're going to go with maybe 13 laps to go of this race. Hopefully these mediums will get us to the end of the race. Reese has recommended it. Reese might follow secondary engineer, along with Jeff. Oh no, we're not even we're in standard. We need to be in lean, right? Silly me. So I think the safety car lights are off on the car, so I think it's coming in this lap. So this is going to be interesting. We know Rosberg's going to pull out into the distance with his super soft tyres, as we are on the slower tyre, but we're going to be hunted down so quickly by the pack behind on super softs. It's the tortoise and the hare moment, this is. We're about to find out if it's coming in this lap or it's going to stay out again. Nope, it's coming in this lap.
The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember,
So quickly warm these tyres up, get them up to temperature. So here we go then, lads. Big time moment here. We're going to have a 13 lap race. Will we come out on top and win this one here today at Germany for a shock win of the season? But a podium's still on the cards here. We're about to find out as Hulkenberg leads this race then, as he will go green right now. We go racing once again. And you can see Rosberg is right on the back of Hulkenberg already, and we're nowhere near them. Obviously the mediums need to get up to speed quickly, up to temperature quite quickly, so we're going to be under pressure here. Rosberg's going down the inside of Hulkenberg, and I think that lead's going to be short-lived, and it is indeed. So now we need some slipstream here from Hulkenberg. Hopefully Hulkenberg gets past Rosberg again, which could help us actually try and get a move hit. Oh, this is going to look tasty. Oh, this squeezed a little bit. I think Hulkenberg's just pushed Rosberg, but Rosberg brilliantly holds it round the outside and will lead this race. We're going to go around the outside of Hulkenberg maybe into the Mercedes grandstand section, and we get that move just about done there, and we move up to P2. So Rosberg now leads this race from myself, and we know Rosberg's going to go now, and he will be pitting again for some more super softs potentially. So all we got to do is hold on to this gap, not get it to like 10 seconds or something, because it'll put a bit more pressure on us to defend from Nico Rosberg when he does pit again. Still these mediums not up to temperature yet, so we are going to struggle a little bit right now, but Rosberg's got a 2-second lead now, almost,
3 seconds
to us, and we just got to hold on really, for dear life. That's all we can do. And I think Hulkenberg's being put under pressure by Massa behind, so as long as they keep squabbling, that will help me pull away a little bit. But as Massa's actually going for a move now, that Williams is ridiculously quick now in a straight line. And Massa moves up to P3 then, so Williams could be on course for a podium finish here, which they haven't done in quite some time in this series of career mode, so it'd be nice to see them up there. Was a potential team as well actually for career mode, if you guys did not know. Massa on the charge then, on the super softs. We just can't do anything about it. These mediums just not working just yet. But we have to say though, Rosberg and Massa's super softs must be going off very soon. And speaking of which, Rosberg has come into the pits this early. Massa's in as well. Wow. Okay, that's a surprise. So Rosberg's in the pits, Massa's in the pits. Okay, this has just become interesting now. Ricciardo now is up to P2 now, and this is going to be massive for the championship right now. With Red Bull now, they could really close the gap to Mercedes massively. Hulkenberg's still fighting with Ricciardo, so that's going to help us try and pull away right now, but we could be on course, lads, for a victory here. I just can't believe Rosberg. I just can't believe Rosberg, lads. Why did he pit that early? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Rosberg's been a silly duck, I have to say. I don't know why I said duck, but oh well. But Hulkenberg doing a fantastic job for Force India as well. Let's just continuing on here. Go through here. Just about oversteer. Try and make it through there. And again. Oversteer again. The lights have gone off. That's not a good sign. Of course. Definitely not what we want. So you probably won't see my face now, unfortunately. Can't do anything about it now. So you're going to probably see a dark face cam right now for the remainder of this race. So I do apologise, but I think the lights have gone off. I'm not too sure. As here comes Hulkenberg. Look at the straight line speed. And we just got to try and defend now. We know Hulkenberg surely has to pit again. So I'm not particularly bothered if Hulkenberg passes me here. But this has been a battle and a half. This race has been ridiculous in terms of battling. So we just have to push now. See how we get on. We've only got 10 laps, or 9 laps as we cross the line. What will Hulkenberg do? Is he going to be pitting, I wonder?
Marcus has punctured a tyre. He'll be coming in this lap.
And Ericsson, our teammate's got a puncture, even though he's just pitted. That's a shame for Marcus. So the gap's half a second now. Trying everything in the book here. Ricciardo's right on the back of Hulkenberg now. Up to Rich Mix. We've just got to defend now from Hulkenberg. Get out of that slipstream from the German. Here comes Ricciardo, the smiley assassin. Here he comes. And Mark Ericsson is indeed in the pits, confirming that. And Ricciardo's up to P2 now.
Marcus is in the pits.
Not when you want to see your favourite driver in F1 behind you now. That's not what you want to see. And the man that we returned to the grid after missing out last season at Red Bull, to myself. That Red Bull is ridiculously quick on the medium tyres right now. We are now got a battle on our hands now for the win. Ricciardo now is definitely one man and do not want to pass him to pass me right now. Is Hulkenberg pitting? I don't think he is. He's still out there. Oh, a little bit wide at one. That's not going to help our cause. Here comes Ricciardo. This should be an easy pass for him to take back the lead of the race. So we're going to try and get back in that. Try and get back on him here with the DRS. So we should have DRS available to us. Should be an easy pass. We know the Renault engine isn't good in that Red Bull, and it's a comfortable move around the outside. And we will lead this race then with only 8 laps to go now, or 7.5 laps at the line. But this has just been an absolutely brilliant race, this is. It's a race and a good comeback considering the last 2 races have been absolutely atrocious for us. And to have a battle like this is what we need right now.
Excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
Not bothered about fuel now, Jeff. We've got a battle now. You know, Hulkenberg's going to be pitting, I think, for the Super Softs very soon. And he does indeed pit, so Perez moves up to P3 now. Get a little bit of oversteer, but now it's a 2-horse race now. And can we hold off the mighty of Red Bull? Holy mother of God, that was close. Here comes Ricciardo. Let's get in that slipstream. Let's try and make a very tasty move here. Full lock it. Try and make the corner. Try and do what we did to Rosberg. And we get it done round the outside there. And hold on. Right now. We've lost power. I think we lost power by the lights. I'm not sure. Oh, we ran wide. That's not what I wanted to do. Can we hold on? Just about hold on Ricciardo right now. Back end slides out. What we're doing for fuel, not too bad on fuel. Short shift it up there, around the last corner. Still leading this. Not by much. Sebastian Vettel's joined the party now.
51.1 seconds.
So this is going to be interesting now. Three drivers in with a chance of winning this race now. Me, Ricciardo and Vettel. This is going to be interesting. Because Vettel is being joined by, I think, Max Verstappen as well. All we can do is just defend from Ricciardo. Here he goes. Pascal Wehrlein actually is P3. Don't count Pascal Wehrlein yet. For a win, lads. I've got to say, Pascal Wehrlein doing a fantastic job for Manor. Which isn't going to help our cause in the Constructors' Championship. We've run wide again. Ricciardo's got me now. Oh, that's annoying.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Ricciardo's through, lads. Put it up to Rich. We've been quick in this last sector, so hopefully we can get right on the back of him and make it. Oh my God, that was a moment. Let's try and get back on him. As Vettel side by side, I think Pascal Wehrlein's in the pits actually. So his third place is short-lived. We've got DRS thankfully on Ricciardo, so we should try get him here. As Hulkenberg fastest of all now. So he's going to be hunting all 3 of us down right now. Let's get that DRS. Let's try and do a late lunge here, like we did on Rosberg from this far back. Dive bomb it there. Oh, we went into neutral there. Not the best way to do that. But we just about get it done there. Whew. Oh my Lord, that was close. We took the gamble, it worked. Brought out our inner Max Verstappen there in our overtake. Fair play to Ricciardo though. Ricciardo's AI for that, but that had to be done. If we didn't get past him there, I think it would have been game over for us for a chance of winning this. But even though I think the Red Bull is overall faster than us on race pace, I feel that the Ferraris are not, Vettel especially, not catching me. So, as actually Ricciardo's in the pits. Oh, what is going on now? Everyone's pitting now. What is going on? Tyres are fine. So Verstappen's now up to P2. Oh, we're going to be hunted down massively right now, I tell you now, guys. We're going to be hunted down.
Hulkenberg is the fastest man on the track right
Everyone
now.
is on super softs right now.
Lap of the race.
Oh my god, here we go. This is going to be quite a scary few last laps, I'll tell you that right now. Last 4 laps, we're going to be hunted down massively quickly by Ricciardo, Massa. Rosberg's in that as well, that train.
Some information on Alonso. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some.
So Alonso's got an issue with his car. We're going to take this in lean, actually. You need to save a little bit of fuel, a little bit of tyre wear. We've got a massive gap behind, which is what we need at the minute. 4 seconds. We'll make it 3 seconds now to Verstappen, who's actually not on the map. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I think this is what the glitch that Ben was mentioning about at Brazil. That Verstappen doesn't appear on the map, even though he's apparently 3 seconds behind. Where is Verstappen in all this? He's what, 3.6, and that is definitely not 3.6, guys. So where the hell is he on track? Oh, he's in the pits now, thankfully, so I think I've just experienced what Ben's experienced. Pascal Wehrlein fastest of all right now. Could we be on course, guys, for the biggest shock of the season and win this race? And if it wasn't for Lewis Hamilton's disqualification, we wouldn't be where we are right now. Oh, what a shame. Harrianto's got issues, but there are the 3 drivers on super softs there. Hunting down. Oh, there you go. Hulkenberg's through. Past Massa. There's Hulkenberg and Rosberg. So Hulkenberg could be in for a shock 2nd place here, and a deserving one as well. With what an 8-second deficit. Hulkenberg's going to be right on my gearbox by the end of the race, I have to say. Speaking of which, you guys have got 2 laps to decide what upgrade we shall go for. But I've kind of got to guess what it's going to be anyway. It's going to be engine, most likely. So we've got 2 laps to go then for an historic moment in this young team in its first season. On there, we've had 2 pole positions already, and we could be on course for our first win of the season. Right there, with a bit of luck, if I'm honest with you, with Hamilton's disqualification earlier on. But what scenes right now? We just got to hold on for dear life. And if Hulkenberg gets past Rosberg here, this is going to be quite interesting. I think they're side by side now, actually. I'm not too sure, but maybe Massa's actually got past Hulkenberg. So Massa's now back up to P3, and Hulkenberg's overtaken him again. So I think Rosberg's going to be fine, but I'm not too sure. But we'll wait and see anyway. But we've still got a 7-second gap to Nico Rosberg behind us, and we're going to be coming down into the stadium section for the penultimate time. And history is about to be made, lads, in 1 lap's time. As we come into the final corner now, we embark on the last lap of this German Grand Prix, a very surprising one as well. A massive shock is about to come onto your screens right now. As we are now on that last lap, we've got plenty of fuel in the car as well. We're going to be fine on that. We just have to guide this car home for one of the greatest moments in the series so far, I have to say. Winning in probably one of the slowest cars in the field at the start of the season. 51%. We've got the tyre wear absolutely perfectly. So Reese, thank you, mate, for your suggestion of the mediums. And we will now burn up the rest of the fuel now. We're going to go up to Rich for the rest of the race. Oh, as we have a little bit of a moment there, a bit of a scary moment there. So massive apologies there, chaps. Hulkenberg's got past Massa again. As we have a massive lock up there. I'm not bottling it now, Ryan. Come on. You can make it to the end of the race now. Even though your mediums are completely gone off the charts right now. 3 seconds is the gap. So Rosberg's done a good job there on his fresh mediums. Is that even Rosberg? Oh my god, it is Rosberg. He is catching me quite quickly. But we're coming into the final two corners then. Historic scenes are about to happen at the home of Littlemore GP. Ryan Littlemore wins the German Grand Prix on his home soil there. But we've won the race, guys. Absolutely fantastic achievement for the team. Brilliant there.
So another fantastic victory for Sauber today.
Littlemore GP.
Tell me, Ant, what was the key to this success?
Without a doubt, the safety car changed everything today. The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting to the situation quickly. We've seen teams in the past throw away wins because they were too hesitant, but here they were decisive, and that's allowed them to take the advantage.
So here they come out now onto the podium after a thrilling Grand Prix. It just goes to show what a strong position the sport is in, that these independent teams can be so competitive. What a superb victory from the Sauber team.
Littlemore GP. What a race that was, guys. Probably the best race of the series by far. No idea what the cap's doing there. Have no idea. It's not used to champagne before, but we win our first race of the season with Littlemore GP. An absolutely fantastic achievement for the boys at Nottingham. But anyway, here's Crofty.
So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. It's a good result for Nico Rosberg, who extends his advantage at the top of the championship. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
It's a tough one, Crofty, but on balance, I think I'd go for Nico Rosberg. Quality stuff from start to finish.
And now let's take a look at the constructors' standings. Mercedes have extended their lead at the top of the standings. Another team that will be satisfied with this Grand Prix is Sauber, whose
Littlemore
good
GP.
results moves them further up the championship. After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
So what a race that was, guys. Ups and downs. But what a race that was. We win for Littlemore GP, our first win of the season, by only 2 seconds from Nico Rosberg into the free stop. We pulled a two-stopper, lads, which is definitely what we want. Hulkenberg in P3 gets a strong podium for Force India. Massa in P4, Pascal Wehrlein P5 from 13th, pretty good there. Perez P6, Ricciardo P7, Verstappen P8, Bottas 9, and Vettel completes the top 10. And probably the biggest shock of them all is right now at the bottom of your screen. Lewis Hamilton disqualified from this race, probably from the safety car. Probably with the Delta or something like that, had to be that on there. And Raikkonen there down in 18th, so not a good day for him on there. So what does that mean for the Drivers' Championship? We are in the top 10, lads. Whoa. We're P9 now in the standings, ahead of like Sebastian Vettel and co as well. But Lewis Hamilton is 42 points behind, and that is not going to help him. Rosberg has pulled even bigger gap to his teammate there as well. But the big other talking points, Perez and Massa also along myself move up as well to P7, 8 and 9 respectively. Pascal Wehrlein moves up to P15, and no one really else has changed in the standings. In the constructors, quickly, we are up to P8 now. We've jumped ahead of Toro Rosso now and are closing in on Manor and McLaren. And then our next hunt is Williams and get that P5 in the constructors, which would be absolutely fantastic there. But let's get some likes, guys, for that win. Our first win of the season in Littlemore GP. So let's get some likes going, guys, on that one. 100 likes is the target, guys. It would be amazing to hit it. And we are about to find out as well what upgrade you guys have gone for in this episode. And if I'm honest, it's an overwhelming one as well, as we get over 1,200 points as well. This rivalry isn't really going to be looking at it right now. On there, we're going to absolutely smash it. Even Harianto beat us in the second sector, but 14-4 is the gap now in the battle for the rivalry in there. So that's a bit of a shame on there, but all purple, which is definitely what we want, and the career mode score. I don't think anyone bothers with that, if I'm honest with you guys. But before we go away, guys, we're going to do the upgrade right now for you. It is the engine pistons, and this should put us somewhere close to Manor. But you guys have overwhelmingly voted for this. It got over 65% of the votes when I last looked at this when we were in the pit stops. But you guys want the engine upgrade. We're going to get that, and we will be somewhere between the Manor and Toro Rosso gap, unless one of them below us, well, above us, you know what I mean, gets on there. But I'm going to wrap it up there, guys, for this episode. Thank you so much to everyone coming out for this one. It was a massive win for us. And if you want to see spoilers for the next round in Spa, for like the weather and where we are in the performance comparison, make sure to go over to Twitch right now, as I will be on for an extra 5 minutes to show you the spoilers for the next round in Hockenheim, Spa on there. I'll be back in about an hour's time, guys, for another video, which is the top 5 overtakes, so make sure to go and check that out, guys, as well, featuring Hayden Gullis as well, Gullis Gaming on YouTube. But thank you so much for this, guys. Massive praise to you all for coming out tonight for this one. Make sure to like the video and subscribe as well for more content, and next time, guys, will be Spa, as I mentioned, on Friday, so make sure to check that out, guys, on there. So until then, make sure to like the video, guys, and subscribe for more content. But for YouTube, it's goodbye from me from now, and I'll see you on Friday for the next round, but for a new video in an hour's time. Until then, guys, take care and see you later.